Hello folks, in this guide we are covering all 61 stash locations within Pripyat. There are 60 standard and 1 DLC stash within this region. There are quite a few side notes before we get started, the biggest and most important being this. The entirety of this guide can be followed by everyone. I've ran this guide parallel with the main story, right up until the point of no return, which does initiate the final segment of the game. This guide ends at the point of no return, so once following this guide through, you will still be free to explore the entirety of the map. It's also worth mentioning that you should create a couple of spare saves prior to progressing past the point of no return, as once you do, you will not be able to return afterwards, and there is no new game plus. The game quite simply does just end. So again, I do recommend creating a couple of save files before going through. As mentioned in the previous guide, we will be acquiring the loot within this section of Jupiter, as it is only accessible from Pripyat. Additionally, the technician within Pripyat's hub may be bugged out, meaning for quick technician access, speak with the guide and travel to a different hub entirely. This is without a doubt the most dangerous region within the entirety of Stalker 2. I'll try to forewarn on any enemy locations, but as a general rule, just expect enemies at every location within this guide. Finally, we will be covering all stashes in a more or less convenient route, so other than that, let's get started. Our first location is just as we enter into Pripyat, marked right here on the map. When first entering, take a left into this alleyway to find this stash. Next, head into this building just in front of the alley, head inside and follow the path on screen to locate this stash, which does contain the protective coating blueprint for the Liberty Exosuit. Our next location is further north, marked right here on the map. When first arriving here, you will initiate the main quest, and the hub location will be under siege by Monolithians. I do advise taking care of this now. When ready, head towards this marker right here on the map. Here, you will find this stash sitting just here. Next, head towards this marker right here on the map. Follow the path on screen to reach this empty swimming pool with rats inside. First, take care of the rats to then access this stash. Next, heading back to the main entrance of this facility. Upon entering, head underneath this stairway to locate this stash, which does contain the automatic 2-stage gas regulator blueprint for the Ram 2 shotgun. Next, head upstairs and follow the path on screen. Eventually, you will reach this circular rooftop. I wasn't able to actually see the explosives inside, so this may take some trial and error. You may want to use grenades or a grenade launcher instead. Once done, head back into the main building and follow this path to locate the now unlocked room. Where you'll find this stash right here. Next, I advise now heading into the main hub and progressing the main questline further. If the technician is not available here, then I advise using the guide to fast travel to a different hub entirely in order to repair equipment. Once ready, return to the top of the stairway and follow the path on screen to reach this rooftop. Follow this rooftop around and enter the building via this window. Follow the path on screen to locate this stash right here. Next, exit and head upstairs to locate this floor with zombies. There are also 2 controller mutants here that should reside at the far end of the corridor. Once dealing with them all, head down the corridor and in the end room, you'll find this key right here. Next, head back outside, and now on the opposite side of the corridor, you'll find this locked door. Head inside and locate this stash. Next, continue upstairs until reaching the rooftop. Follow the path on screen to locate this stash here, which does contain the active filters blueprint for the Bulwark Exosuit. Next, heading back, stop at these stairs and aim through this small window to shoot the wooden plank blocking the door. Head inside this room to locate this stash right here. Our next location is this facility to the south, marked right here on the map. Enter this building and follow the path on screen to first locate this stash. Next, continue through to the kitchen to find the extended magazine for the Saiga shotgun right here. Next, follow the path on screen to locate this additional stash here. Next, heading back through the main entrance, follow the path on screen again to locate this stairway. Follow this to the roof and then begin following the roof around. Jump through this window here to locate this stash, which does contain the extended magazine for the SVU sniper rifle. Next, head down and towards the northern side of the facility to locate this entrance. Here, head inside and locate this key on the table. Next, follow the path on screen to locate this additional key within this locked room. Next, head back outside to the ramp entrance and head through this locked door. Once inside, activate this lever. Next, head back into the facility and follow the path on screen to locate this now unlocked room. Inside here, you'll find this stash at the center of the room, which does contain the elimination system for poisonous substances blueprint for the Liberty Exoskeleton. Next, in the corner of this room, you will find this stash right here. Next, follow the path on screen to eventually locate this stairway. Here, you'll find this stash sitting beside this corpse. Our next location is just north of the hub, marked right here on the map. Here, you'll find this building. Simply head inside to find this stash right here. Our next location is this facility north, marked just here on the map. Head inside and follow the path on screen to locate this stash, which does contain the lead container blueprint for the exoskeleton. Next, continue following the path on screen and head downstairs to eventually locate this stash right here. Our next location is east at this marker here on the map. Here we have a small playground. Head over to the monkey bars to find this stash, which does contain the Sewn-On pockets blueprint for the Bulwark Exosuit. Our next location is a little further east, marked just here on the map. Here you will be attacked by a Chimera mutant. Once taken care of it, hop onto this concrete structure to locate this stash hiding right here, which does contain the protective coating blueprint for the Shield of Duty exosuit. Our next location is south at this marker right here on the map. Here you'll find this small bridge. Simply head underneath to locate this stash right here, which does contain the protective coating blueprint for the Brummbar exoskeleton. Our next location is this facility marked right here on the map. First, head around to the west side of this building. Here you'll find this box outside the open window. Head inside to locate this stash right here. Next, I advise heading back out of the window and heading around to where this broken ladder is. Once here, throw a grenade through the upstairs open window. This should break the blockade behind the door upstairs. Next, follow the path on screen to locate the now unlocked room. Enter inside and head to the back of this room to locate this stash right here. Our next location is the building next door, marked just here on the map. There is a main quest objective here. First, enter the building and prepare to fight 2 Bayon mutants. Once done, follow the path on screen to locate this burning room. Head inside and locate the quest objective on this corpse. At the back of this room is this hold to a theatre below. Upon dropping down here, you will be attacked by a pseudo-giant mutant, so do come prepared. Once done, head towards the centre of this room and you'll find the stash right here. Next, head outside and up this nearby ladder to locate this stash hiding on the rooftop. Our next location is east, marked just here on the map. Here we do have this statue. Simply head up to find this stash right here, which does contain the hydraulic amplifiers blueprint for the Brummbar exoskeleton. Our next location is this building north, marked just here on the map. Head inside this building and follow the path on screen to locate this ladder. Begin heading up both sets of ladders until on the rooftop. Here you will find this stash. Next, follow the rooftops down and navigate over to the opposite side to locate this stash hiding right beside this anomaly. Next, head directly downstairs and into the building itself. Here, you'll find this locked door. When ready, throw a grenade through this gap to break the blockade on the other side. A Chimera mutant will be released upon doing so fair warning. When ready, head inside the room to locate this stash right here, which does contain the lead container blueprint for the Shield of Duty Exosuit. Our next location is west, marked right here on the map. Head inside and follow the path on screen to locate this padlocked door. In here, you'll find this stash. Next, head through the building and head upstairs to locate this generator. Turn this on and head back downstairs and outside. Head down this stairway and into the basement below. At the far end, you'll find this lever. Activate this and the blood-sucking mutant will immediately ambush you. Once ready, head into the caged room to locate this stash, which does contain the lead container blueprint for the operator exoskeleton. Our next location is this building marked right here on the map. Find this entrance on the northwest side and then head in and up. On the top floor, you'll find this code lock and door right here. I'm not entirely sure where the location for the combination is, but feel free to copy off screen. Inside here, you'll find a range of goodies and this stash within the corner, which does contain the lead container blueprint for the Berill 5M armored suit. Our next location is this building marked right here on the map. First, head inside and into this locked room to locate this stash. Next, head further into the building and into this room with the maze. Follow the path on screen to locate this stash right here, which does contain the caliber conversion blueprint for the Dnipro assault rifle. Next, head through the maze and onto the other side to locate this doorway. Head on through and upstairs until locating this floor with the bloodstain message on the wall. Head inside and deal with the monolithians. Once done, you'll find this stash. Next, head into the living room to locate an additional stash right here. Next, continue heading upstairs until reaching the rooftop. Follow the path on screen to eventually locate this stash right here. Our next location is this building marked right here on the map. Head inside and follow the path on screen to locate this stash right here. Next, head upstairs and into this room. Head out the window and locate this stash right here. Next, turn around and head up the ladder towards the roof above. From here, drop on down the other side and break these planks to access this room. Inside here, you'll find this stash, which does contain the protective coating blueprint for the Cuirass Exoskeleton. Our next location is east at this marker right here on the map. Head inside this building and follow the path on screen to locate this stash, which does contain the lead container blueprint for the Bulwark Exosuit. Next, head through the facility and locate this stairway here. Head downstairs and into the basement. There should be a bloodsucker mutant down here. When ready, follow the path on screen to locate this stash right here. Our next location is just outside of this building, marked right here on the map. Here we have this field of mutated plants. Follow the path on screen to eventually locate this stash here. Our next location is south at this marker here on the map. Head inside this building and deal with the monolithians. Once done, you'll find this stash right here. Next, head to the opposite side of the building and follow the path on screen. You'll eventually reach this room with this stash, which does contain the protective coating blueprint for the Liberty Exosuit. Our next location is this apartment building, marked right here on the map. Begin from the southern entrance and follow the path on screen to locate this room. Inside, you'll find a stash which does contain the rubber layer blueprint for the SVU sniper rifle. Our next location is back east, marked right here on the map. Once here, you'll find this boarded entrance on the eastern side of the building. Destroy these planks and then deal with the rats inside. Once ready, drop in here and locate this stash sitting right here, which does contain the polymer handle blueprint for the M701 sniper rifle. Our next location is east, marked right here on the map. This is an optional quest location. First, head inside and follow the path on screen to locate this stash right here, which does contain the lead container blueprint for the exoskeleton. Next, continue to follow the path on screen. Eventually, you'll reach this room with this stash, which does contain the quest item. Our next location is south, marked right here on the map. Head through and into the center here, and you will find 2 mutated deers and an army of other mutated animals. Once dealing with this chaos, head inside the main building and follow the path on screen. Eventually, you'll reach this room with a stash contained in the lead container blueprint for the operator Exoskeleton. Our next location is this building, marked right here on the map. There are separate entrances, either north or south. Choose either one and head on through. This building is rammed full of monolithians, so fair warning. When reaching this segment of the building, locate this stash hiding right here, which does contain the all-titanium components blueprint for the Liberty Exosuit. Our next location is this building, marked right here on the map. Simply head inside and follow the path on screen to locate this stash right here. Next, head into this room here to find this additional stash. Our next location is this building south, marked right here on the map. When entering from this entrance, you will run into some zombies and a controller mutant. Once dealing with them all, one of the corpses should have the quest item on their inventory. Next, follow the path on screen to eventually locate this room. Inside, you'll find this stash, which does contain the lead container blueprint for the Cuirass Exoskeleton. Next, head to the western side of the building to locate this car. Hop onto the roof and aim inside the nearby window to shoot the plank blocking the doorway inside. Next, head into the now unlocked room to find this stash, which does contain the Aramid lining blueprint for the SSP-100 Discovery suit. Our next location is this tall apartment building, marked right here on the map. Head inside this building and head up to the topmost apartment. Here, you'll find this code lock. Again, I'm not entirely certain where the entire combination is located, but feel free to copy off screen. Inside this room, you'll find this stash, which contains a modified Dnipro rifle. There should also be the final journalist stash located somewhere within this room. To leave here quickly, simply drop into the anomalies below the balcony. Our next location is west, marked right here on the map. Here we have this building. Simply enter the building through this window to locate this stash, which does contain the extended magazine for the Gauss rifle. Our next location is south of Pripyat, marked just here on the map. Here, quite simply follow the path on screen to locate this stash. Our final location is west of the last, marked right here on the map. There are 1 or 2 pseudo-giant mutants that do live within the centre of this region, so do be warned. When ready, head over to the western bunker and head inside. You will be safe from the pseudo-giant whilst inside of here. In here, you will find the final stash sitting right here at the back. That's it for this guide, folks. This is, of course, the final stash guide for the foreseeable future, at least until we have DLC regions to explore. I do have a range of other guides on my channel, and it won't be long before we begin covering new releases within the near future. I'm beginning to use the community post feature a lot more moving forward, so find all the latest updates over there, or feel free to just check out the channel in general. Otherwise, thanks for watching, folks, and until next time, peace.